Welcome back to Top 10 Tuesdays, everybody. DBougie86 here. And what me and the guys are doing this week is the theme this week is our favorite top 10 Synapse films releases in our collection. Now, Synapse Films release a lot of great stuff, a lot of good stuff that I actually really dig, and this list was kind of hard for me to make of the ones I own, and that being said, it really was a tough list to make. And foreshadowing, this is a personal list, so if there's other Synapse Films releases that I don't have on this, it's just all personal opinion. It's just my taste and the stuff I like the most, and stuff I just watch a lot of too, that make this list the list that it is. And I'll give a few honorable mentions after the fact. So let's just get into it. Number 10, we have the film Stacy by Nukiyaki Tumatsu. I believe I butchered the hell out of that. Alright, this is like an interesting zombie film from Japan where what happens is these girls, they end up starting to die, and what happens to them is they become what the government calls Stacy's, which are these zombie-like creatures, and this government attack force, that guys with the helmets and stuff, start taking them out, and there's this mad scientist experimenting on the zombies, trying to figure out what this is going on. It's very has some kind of weird, awkward humor in it, which could turn a lot of people off. But it has tons of good gore and shit, and it's fucking awesome. If you haven't seen Stacy, I highly recommend it, especially if you like zombie flicks or Asian films in general. Awesome flick. Put that to the side. Number 9, we actually have a film also from Japan. This is more like a bizarre art house film, is the way I would describe it, and that is Executive Koala. Now, I have a very interesting story about this film that actually involves Synapse Films in general. When I did an order for them a while ago, I accidentally ordered this by mistake. So I emailed them because it was during a time period when I didn't really have enough cash, so I kind of needed the money and I didn't want to take it out of the account. So I get a phone call. I was sleeping because I worked overnights. I still do. And I listened to the voicemail that the phone call left, and it was Synapse Films. It was actually the second in command of Synapse, the one who handles all the shipping and stuff. Jerry, Jerry, and he left a message why Executive Koala, and saying it was a great film. So I actually called him back and talked to him for 25 minutes, I want to say. It was a very interesting and great story because he was telling me he picked out the actual products himself and had them packaged, which I really respected. He did that and he was telling me that while he was actually picking out the stuff that I ordered from them. And I did end up picking up Executive Koala based off that phone call. So thanks, Jerry, because you talked me into it and it made my top 10. Awesome film. Check it out. Fucking bizarre film, that is. That was number 9. Number 8, we got Black Roses. This is a very, very cheesy 80s heavy metal horror film. It's actually from the director of another film Synapse put out, Rock and Roll Nightmare, John Fasano. And I like Rock and Roll Nightmare, but I actually like this more because, to be honest, it actually has kind of a story to it and stuff. Rock and Roll Nightmare is kind of a non-narrative story and cheesy badness, but it's still fun. I still enjoy that film. I just like this one because of the story and the characters in it. Really cheesy, like 80s hair metal with the soundtrack with Lizzie Borden on it and shit. The opening of this film is fucking awesome. In the stadium and shit. And really great characters. I think the chick from she plays like this head of like this organization against rock and roll. It's the chick from Creature from the Black Lagoon. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but she's in this film. And Fat Pussy from The Sopranos, Vincent Pistro, I believe that's his name in real life. So yeah, Black Rose is awesome film, especially if you like your 80s horror films. Def check it out. It's number 8. Number 7, we got Thriller, A Cruel Picture. This is the limited red case edition. This has like all the sex scenes put back into the film with the penetration and money shots galore. This is a very interesting revenge film that I didn't know anything about till I heard about it and shit. And it's really fucking well done and executed, and I really like the main actress in the film. She did a really good job because she's pretty much a mute in the film, and she shows like this presence on film that very well for like a mute performance. And I highly recommend you grab Thriller, A Cruel Picture. Has 2 different versions of this film that Synapse put out. This red case edition, which has the added uncut shit, and the yellow case edition, which had which goes under the title They Call Her One Eye. Really well done film. Highly recommend it. If you don't want to like have like the hardcore shit in it, I say you get the yellow edition. But this is an awesome film. Thriller. That's at number 7. Yep. Number 6, we got Frank Henenlotter's Brain Damage. Fucking awesome movie with a great premise about if you haven't seen this character Elmer attaches himself to the main character's head and starts inducing him with like this drug-like substance, which actually gets him addicted. And the only way he'll keep giving this drug to him is if this kid gives Elmer what he wants, which is brains, pretty much. So he tries to kick it for a while, but the struggles of addiction, if you ever had like a loved one addicted, which I know because I have in my past, loved ones that have been addicted to certain stuff. It's a tough process, and he withholds and ends up going with Elmer and doing getting some brains, pretty much. Really fun film with a great reference to a basket case in it. I won't ruin it for you if you haven't seen the film. Def check it out, especially if you like basket case. I actually like this film a little bit more. Awesome stuff. Number 6. Number 5, we got one of my favorite creature features, The Deadly Spawn. Synapse really did well with this DVD edition. I know this does have a Blu-ray, I believe, Millennium Entertainment, I believe the name of the company is. I could be wrong. Put it out. But I heard that the DVD's kind of shit. The picture quality is not the greatest, or the sound. And what you always get with Synapse, either mostly DVDs and their Blu-rays, is this DVD actually has more special features than that Blu-ray release of it does. So if you like your creature features, highly recommend The Deadly Spawn. Fucking awesome film. Alright, top 4 now. Number 4, Intruder. Fucking awesome slasher. I really dig the setting of this film in the grocery store and shit, and just the performances. If you haven't seen this, is from Scott Spiegel, who is the co-writer of Evil Dead 2, and it has a lot of the same those guys in there. Like Sam Raimi's actually in the film. Ted Raimi. There's a cameo by Bruce Campbell, and really well done, like slasher. I really enjoy the kills. I believe K&B actually did the kills for this film, and it's fucking great, the kills in this. I believe the DVD is cut. Don't hold me to that because I actually haven't seen the DVD, so I wouldn't know. So, fucking awesome release, and the transfer is really good in this from Synapse. Loaded with features. It has a great documentary on it about the film. Fucking Death Grab the Intruder. Fucking awesome shit right there. Another fucking film with a great transfer. Street Trash. Hell yeah. If you're a fan of like body horror or like body melt films, fucking Street Trash has it all. It's fucking crazy, like this setting with these homeless people and shit. And this Viper alcohol fucking making them melt and shit. With this iconic scene that you see on the cover right there with the guy melting into the toilet. It's fucking beautiful, and the Blu-ray really pops with its colors and the whole melting scenes and shit, and just the whole like setting of this film. It has that like gritty, dirty setting, and it really shows in the fucking Blu-ray. It's really a well done transfer from Synapse, and it's loaded with features, as you can see right there. Fucking awesome film, Street Trash. Fucking dope release. Number 2, we have a slasher film that I always wanted to check out, and I'm glad I waited till this actual release came out, because I know this has been on like multi-packs from Echo Bridge, I believe, in the past. I believe this was actually on the same one that Prom Night was on, which also was released by Synapse with an awesome transfer, and that is Curtains. Fucking dope ass fucking slasher film. Very underrated in my opinion. When I was thinking of like films from my underrated list, this one could have been like an honorable mention. It should have actually been on the list. Now I actually kind of forgot that I owned this film, because I just been watching a lot of like other stuff to review lately. So this was on the back burner, so it was not really fresh in my head, because I picked this up the first day it came out. It's a fucking awesome film, and the transfer's fucking beautiful on it. If you haven't seen Curtains and you're a fan of like slasher films, it's a fucking awesome release. Great cast: Samantha Eggar and John Vernon, of course. Dean Wormer from Animal House do a fantastic job. A young Michael Wincott's also in this film. Yeah, Def Grab Curtains. The fucking mask is awesome. It's like this old hag. It's kind of like on the cover right there. Fucking awesome. And the doll does play a part in the film. And alright, the number 1, no surprise. It's Demons, the Lamberto Bava fucking masterpiece. Co-produced and co-written by Dario Argento, of course. With a great fucking score by Claudio Simonetti. Fucking Steelbook, I fucking burned the burner on these ones. I actually own the Demons 2 one too, because Demons is one of my favorite horror films of all time, and I had to get it because it had the features and the interviews and messages with Argento and shit. So yeah, it's a fucking great release, and I needed the features for that section, so it was worth it for me, because it's a film that I love and hold dear to my heart, because it's one of the first horror films I remember actually getting creeped out by, and actually with this jump scares and shit fucking scared the shit out of me as a kid. Fucking awesome film, Demons, at number 1. Alrighty guys, so the honorable mentions I want to mention that I like from Synapse. There's a lot of like other good releases, like Long Weekend. That was an excellent release by them. The Maniac Cop one, it has a few special features on it. I don't really think it's Synapse's best transfers, but that's just me personally, because the Blue Underground Maniac Cop 2 has some like flashback scenes were actually from Maniac Cop 1. They actually look better on the Blue Underground Blu-ray of Part 2 than they do in Part 1. That's my own personal opinion. Don't hold me to that. And another one is a few like of the newer films that they released, like Samurai Avenger, The Blind Wolf. I recommend. It's a fucking batshit crazy film. Highly enjoy that one. Amalata, that's a fucking trip and fucking bizarre movie. A few other of the Asian ones I own, Madame O, what's the other one? Curse of the Snake Woman. Fucking Beast from Haunted Cave. That's a fucking great film by Monty Hellman, which looks great on Synapse DVD. Whole bunch, Frankenhooker. List goes on with them. They're just fucking great company. Support Synapse and check them out. And wicked awesome. Check out the other guys' videos. I know they'll probably end up doing these. I know Matt already did his. So hope you enjoyed the list and leave some suggestions of like Synapse titles that you guys like. Always like to hear like opinions and shit. So I'll see you next video, guys. Peace out.